This is the Average to Savage podcast with Paul Guarino. Everyone and anyone, athletes, celebs, and much more.
What's up, everybody? I'm back for another episode of the Average Savage podcast. Our special guest today is Bellator fighter, Baby Slice. Slice, how's it going?
It's going good, man. How are you?
Good. How about you? Thanks for coming on.
Good, man. Just chilling. Just finished training. Getting ready for my fight.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's go back in time a little bit. Can you tell me about what your upbringing was like in Florida?
It was cool. I would say I was in like the mix of both. Like the good life and the bad life or the street life. But I never did nothing crazy. It was just I had a bunch of friends who was like in the streets, and so I grew up around that. But everything was cool, man. I played football in high school. I wrestled in high school as well, and went to college. And now I'm fighting Bellator.
Yeah. Actually, you just answered my next question. I was going to say, did you grow up playing any other sports? So you played. You played football.
Yeah, football in high school, and then I wrestled also as well.
What position did you play?
I was running back, kick return for the most part. Yeah, and then some linebacker too as well.
Gotcha. Was your team good?
Yeah, they was all right. I was like the star of the team, though.
Yeah. Word.
I had all the scholarships.
Oh, you had scholarships?
Yeah, but then I broke my ankle in the seventh game, and then I didn't play for the rest of the season for that. But I had broke records, though. I still have records that's broke right now to this day.
So were you ever considering going to college for football?
Yeah. At one point, I was gonna go, but then I stopped playing, and then I just went to wrestling from there.
Was there any big name schools looking at you?
I think the most like Auburn, maybe.
Auburn, yeah.
Yeah, the rest was just like FAMU and schools like that.
Gotcha. Now you did end up going to college, and I read that you were going to college for photography, right?
Yeah, for photography, yeah. Academy of Art University.
So how'd that all come about?
I was one time my dad was he was doing a movie in Thailand, and nobody had their passport. So I was the only one with my passport, and then they needed to take pictures, and they needed a cameraman for it. And since I was going, I decided to do it. And on the set of the movie, I was taking pictures and everything. And the on-scene photographer, the on-site photographer, he saw some of my pictures and he liked them. And he said, he was telling my dad that I have an eye for it and everything. And he showed the director of the movie one of the pictures that I took, and they decided to use it for the cover of the movie, which is pretty cool. And after that, I just decided to take it serious, and learn more about it.
That's dope. Yeah, now going to your dad, Kimbo Slice, the legend, he was like one of the first guys I'd say to blow up on YouTube. What was that like from your standpoint?
I didn't understand it a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't understand it growing up, really, what was going on, I knew what he was doing and he was fighting, and that's why I always wanted to do it, but I didn't understand it until I got older, now, and now I fully understand what was going on and what he did for the sport of MMA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember because I'm the same age as you, so I remember. I think it was when we were in high school the videos were blowing up.
Right. Yeah. Maybe ninth grade going into high school it started.
Yeah. And then
middle school actually. Middle school 8th grade for me. 8th grade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then
is that how you got into MMA after your dad started doing it?
Well, no. Before he did his first street fight, as a kid, he had me. I always was watching boxing highlights, and it was Roy Jones, Floyd, and Mike Tyson, and I used to watch them a lot, and that's all I used to watch growing up. Is his fights. So when he started doing fights, when he started fighting himself, I was like, oh man, this is it. This is definitely what I want to do now. Even though I didn't understand what it took and the hard work you had to put in and everything, I just knew I wanted to fight,
Yeah. Did you do any amateur boxing?
No, but I sparred with him a lot, so it was like just me and him working.
So 2016 was your first amateur MMA match. So what was that like?
I don't know, man. I was ready to get it. You know, it was fun. You know, I didn't have a coach, and I was training myself. Honestly, I was working at the Bellator in Connecticut, and I was paying for a gym membership at a self-defense gym. And I told them I wanted to fight, and after a year of me doing jiu-jitsu with the gi, they decided to give me a fight, and then I was like ready, you know. Yeah. 175 was my first fight. It was at that weight.
Wait, let's take it back. How did you end up in Connecticut?
It was from my buddy in college. You know, when I went to college, I met one of my best friends, and he lived in Connecticut. So after college, I moved back to Miami, and I didn't really like it. You know, I didn't like what was going on around me. So, you know, I decided I needed to make a change. So he was like, "Yo, you could come live with me." You know, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm down for that." So I sold my car. You know, I sold everything, and then I moved to Connecticut, and then I was living there for a couple months. And then I was like, you know what? I got to do something with my life, you know? So I decided to get a job so I could pay for my gym membership. And that's what I did. And I started training at +1, and then I had my first fight. But I was paying, I did everything. Nobody asked me any help, you know, no handouts. I wanted to do it myself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think a lot of people got to respect you for that one, for sure. And then going into your pro career, like, was there a bidding war from like UFC or like Bellator?
Yeah, at one point, yeah, but I decided to go with Bellator just because my dad was with Bellator and they had a good relationship. And yeah, you know, Bellator is family, so I wanted to stay with the family, you know, not switch out. So I stayed with Bellator, and yeah, it was a great call.
Yeah, definitely. I seen you on some commercials for them too, some Burger King.
Oh, right, yeah, Burger King. That was pretty cool with Kimbo.
And then going into your first fight, what was that experience like? I know you only had one amateur fight, correct?
Right, just one amateur, yeah.
So what was that like? Just going from was there like do you think it was like a big difference from going to the amateurs to the pro?
Yeah, I guess I could say that. I mean, yeah, but I'm a fighter, man. Like this is what I love to do. You know, I didn't understand the work. You know, I had to put in. That's all. Now I understand that better. You know, I've only been a pro for 2 years. You know, so I'm still learning, man. I still have a long way to go, and I'm just trying to get better. You know, work hard and push myself so I could be confident going into the ring.
Yeah, and I know you lost your first fight, but your second fight you got your first win. So what was the feeling like to get your first pro win? Oh
yeah, that felt good, man. It felt good. You know, I still knew I had a lot of work to do. You know, and even now, I'm pushing myself. I'm working hard now, but now I'm just working harder now. Like I just want to keep going.
Yeah, definitely. And I know all your wins came by. Well, it's 2 by submission and 1 by knockout. What's your favorite submission?
It would have to be a choke, any choke. You know, I'm pretty good at. I'm learning the guillotine right now, so that's gonna be my choke right there.
Can you take me through like what it's like going through a camp and like to cut weight?
I've been training for like a year straight now, so. I haven't been really focused on my weight, but when you know you got a fight coming, you just have to eat clean, a lot of cardio, and stay focused, stay dedicated. You can't like be eating crazy like what you want. Just wait till after the fight, you know.
Yeah. Like, what's your training regimen like?
So now like I'll like run a hill in the morning, and then train. So I do the hill at like 8:30 to 9:30. And then I'm training at 10:30 to 12, and I got a little break, and then I train again at 5 o'clock from 5 to 6. But I do at least 4 miles a day.
Gotcha. Do you do any weightlifting?
No, not right now. I'm 3 weeks out, so all the weightlifting is done.
Gotcha. And what keeps you like motivated, like during a camp?
Man, family, my wife, my dog, and the fact that my name alone is motivation in itself.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm easily. I have a lot of motivation.
Yeah, definitely. What advice could you give like a young fighter?
Man, I would say not to smoke or do any drugs or no alcohol, and this is what you really want to do. Put your all into it,
Yeah, definitely. And then you have a fight coming up at Bellator 232, and I know you said you don't have an opponent yet, but I guess what are you looking to prove?
Man, I'm just trying to put on a show, man. I don't know. I just want to go out. I'm just training hard to fight. I just want to prove that this is where I belong. This is my home, and I'm getting better and better. So from my last performance, I just want to show that I'm way better than that.
Yeah, definitely. And what's your long-term goal with Bellator?
Man, just to keep fighting. There's some guys in Bellator that have like 30 fights.
Mm-hmm.
I only have 5 fights. And so I feel like I have a long career, and I don't know, man. Maybe I just want like money fights. I just want to work my way up to just putting on shows for the fans.
Yeah, definitely. And is there a lot of pressure on you being Kimbo Slice's son?
Nah, it's no pressure, man. I feel like I'm past that stage of it being pressure now. It's just like putting in that work, training, and just to train hard and push myself.
Yeah, and how many brothers do you have?
4 brothers.
You got to do any of them else fight?
No, none of them. No, just me. 4 brothers, 5 sisters.
Damn. Yeah, so you got a big family.
Yeah.
So none of them want to fight?
No.
All right, you ready for some fun questions?
Yeah, of course.
All right, what's your favorite song right now?
Favorite song? Man, I just listen to a mix, man. Like, let me see. Let me see if I can do my favorite song. Let's see. I don't have that no more, man. It's so crazy.
Wait, so you just had it was a mashup of songs and stuff?
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of songs just to get me through my workout, and then after that, like that's it. And no more songs, no more music.
Gotcha. What about what was your first big purchase with like your Bellator check?
First purchase? Man, I don't buy crazy things. Maybe an Xbox, the Xbox One.
Yeah, that's actually what the last person said too.
Yeah. I would say I really don't like spend money crazy. Yeah. If it's not food, then this is about it. I say my first big meal was Mastros. That's $600.
What about who's your top 5 favorite fighters of all time?
Mike, got to go with Mike Tyson, and then I'm gonna go with Floyd, and that's boxing. And I like John Jones. He's a good fighter. And gotta go with Roy Jones Jr. too as well. Mm-hmm. They mostly are boxers,
Yeah.
It's mostly boxers for me. So it's Roy Jones, Floyd, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, and then definitely John Jones for MMA. He's a beast. Yeah,
definitely. Did you ever want to do any pro boxing matches?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I have a long career, man. I feel like sky's the limit. I just gotta stay focused. Keep training.
Yeah, I know Bellator lets Michael Venom Page do it.
Yeah, I think 2 guys from Bellator did boxing matches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely down for that. It's gonna be fun.
And then what do you like to do when you're not training?
I'm on the game, man. I'm on Xbox, so I'm playing with my dog. You know, I have a big dog, a Great Dane. He's like 130, and all he does is he likes to fight, you know. So if I'm not fighting with him or getting on my wife's nerves, I'm on the game, you know, playing 2K.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, you're a big 2K guy?
Yeah, 2K and Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, I'm going to have to play you.
Yeah. You got Xbox?
Yeah. Yeah, I got Xbox.
Awesome. Yeah, perfect. My gamer tag is just Baby Slice 2.
Oh, yeah. I think I have you actually already on Xbox.
All right, yeah. Just send me a request. That'll be cool. Who's your team in 2K?
2K right now? I like playing with Portland or who else was I playing with the other day? Definitely not the Celtics. I think I played with them 3 times and I lost, so I was like, I can't play with them no more.
Yeah.
All right, who have you been playing with?
The Lakers, Houston, or the Knicks, New York Knicks, and that's about it right there. Just those 3.
Have you done any like streaming on Twitch or anything?
No, I have Twitch, but I haven't. I have to set that up. Maybe I'll set that up. I haven't set that up yet.
Yeah, I think you definitely should on the count. I mean, on the count of who you are, but I mean, it's huge now. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it. Esports is just like they literally got the draft for the 2K players on ESPN now.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know, it's crazy. Actually, I was looking up sports jobs the other day, and it was like head coach of the esports team for the Lakers. Like, what the hell would that be? Like, what does that mean? Like, I don't even that's crazy. It's like that's some 2019 stuff right there. And last one I got for you. If you weren't an MMA fighter, what do you think you'd be doing?
Oh man, if I wasn't a fighter, serious, because I'd say I would be boxing.
Yeah, no. If you weren't any kind of fighter,
man, I don't know. I can't really say. Shit, what can?
Do you still do photography?
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have to go to school for something, you know, because maybe like game design, you know, like something like that.
Yeah,
definitely not. I need I want to get paid, you know. I like nice things, so it would be something where I would make a lot of money, or maybe like a movie or something, you know, design a movie or come up with a TV show.
Yeah, that'd definitely be dope. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and could you let the people know where they can follow you on social media?
Oh, yeah, you go follow me on Instagram, Baby Slice 242. If you guys Slice 242, and yeah, that's it. Just hit me up. Let me know what's up. I'm trying to run it in some 2K, or we could like team up on some Grand Theft Auto as well.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming on, and good luck with your next fight.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you.